So a lot of you guys have been reaching out to us telling us how you've been experiencing a lot of back pain recently, or how your hip's killing you and your neck's killing you. And like you're gonna hear me keep saying this over and over again, one of the biggest reasons why everybody's having back issues these days is because we're just in situations now where we're just like this so much more often. We're sitting in front of the computer, we're sitting down at our desk, we're sitting down at home, you're laying down. There's not a lot of activity in our lives anymore just because of all the stuff going on in the world. And you know, we just find ourselves hunched over and bent over and not as physically active as we used to be, all right? So the muscles that we used to work every single day, we're not working them anymore. So that's why we came up with the little exercises like the combination I'm gonna show you right now to help stretch out the tight muscles and help actively engage the muscles that need a little attention, need to get a little stronger. So this way you can bring your body back into alignment again, so this way you're not in pain. Because if you're in pain, you're not gonna go to the gym, you're not gonna work out, you're not gonna do your cardio, you're not gonna do the things you need to do to start losing all the weight that you said you wanted to lose for your New Year's resolutions, all right? So, we're gonna go over 2 different exercises today. The first exercise we're gonna go over is the Cobra pose, all right? And the second exercise we're gonna go over, right, is anchored hip thrust, all right? Now, anchored hip thrust I got from my buddy Brady. He's a physical therapist over in Wayne. Brady, you're the best. So this is a variation of an exercise we got from him. We took it, we bastardized it, and we came up with our own lovely version of it, right? All we did, we took some kind of an extender strap, right? And we anchored it into something that's gonna be a secure anchor point on the wall, about 1.5 feet off the wall, right? Because that's where your hips are gonna sit. You can use a chain, you can use a piece of rope, you can use a TRX suspension strap like we did. You just wanna make sure you're gonna use something that's not gonna snap off and like hit you in the fucking backside. That would suck. We're also gonna use a rubber band, right? Make sure you get, I get these on Amazon for like a couple bucks, right? If you don't have one, just go buy one. You're probably gonna spend money on Amazon or something else anyway. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna come down to the ground, right? And there's 2 exercises we're gonna do, and I'm gonna walk through them for you guys, right? What we're gonna do, the first exercise is gonna be an anchored kneeling hip thrust, all right? Now, we've actually had to cut deadlifts out of our programming for a lot of people because of the fact that they just physically can't move their hips the right way anymore. Same thing for squats, same thing for lunges, same thing for a lot of leg exercises for people, all right? Even a lot of ab exercises people can't do anymore because there's just so much pressure on their hip flexors. This is gonna help with loosening up your hip flexors and engaging those glutes. So the first thing I'm gonna do, the biggest pain in the dick is just figuring out where you get your tension at, right? Now, as soon as you come behind and get my feet, one of the biggest things I wanna point out here, right, is look at my toes. My toenails are flat to the ground. I can't go like this because if you go like this, you're gonna end up driving through with the quads, and that's not what we wanna do. So I want my toenails flat to the ground, toes in, heels out, right? So this way, as I go to drive through, I'm using my glutes and my hamstrings. Now, Susie, come back to the front, please. Now, when you do this exercise, there's 2 different ways you can do it. You can do it with your knees apart, right? Come up and go, which is perfectly fine. The problem is, if you have shifted hips, it's not gonna do anything to correct that. So what I like to do for myself and all my people in the classes, so those of you guys are laughing right now because you know we've been doing this in class a lot more, now you know why. I like to keep my knees together, so this way, that shifted hip has to even out. And what you'll notice is that you'll feel like you're driving through that weaker leg a lot more, and you only feel it in that weaker leg, which is the truth because you're working that side more than you usually do, which is a good thing. You're not letting that strong leg take over. And all I'm gonna do, I'm not bending forward for this exercise. Come on this side. I'm letting the band fold me in half. I'm gonna let my hips go back to my heels. I'm gonna come up, I'm gonna hold it for 1 second. 1 Mississippi, right? I'm gonna come back down. I'm gonna come up again. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, I'm gonna come back down. And what I'm doing as I do this exercise, right? I'm trying to drive my belt buckle as far forward through the band as possible, right? I'm not leaning back with my shoulders. My shoulders are going high, right, to the sky. My hips are going forward, squeezing the glutes. And I notice I'm feeling that left side a lot more because that's the side I have my shift on, right? Down and back up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I would do 7, I would do 8, I would do 9. I would finish up with a 10-second hold, keep my glutes tight, feeling the burn, loving the burn, right? And then after I do that 10-second hold, I'm gonna do 10 reps up and down, working through the hips. 8, 7, 6, 5. You're basically going through the most inappropriate motion possible. 3, 2, great job. Now, whether you want to come out of the band or not is up to you. I don't, because I'm going to go back in and do another set. What I'm going to do from here, I'm going to come down to the ground. Now I'm going to go to Cobra, right? So Cobra, now for those of you guys who can't do Cobra, this is the Sphinx pose, right? And this is the Cobra, right? So what I'm going to do from here, I'm going to do Cobra. Same thing, toenails down, heels out, toes in. I'm going to try to keep along my torso. You want to look to see where along your midsection you're able to keep your torso down. Typically what'll happen is your belly button and your belt line will come up off the ground. The lower down, the higher up you can keep your torso on the ground, it's gonna create a flexibility bend in different parts of your spine, right? So I'm gonna come down, I'm gonna do my little cobra pose. I'm gonna come up, I'm gonna hold it for 5 seconds. I'm gonna relax the glutes, I'm gonna push the triceps for 5, 4, 3, 2, I'm back down. I'm gonna come up again. 5, 4, 3, 2, back down. Every time I come up, I'm trying to leave more of my belly on the ground. Relax the glutes, right there, a little lower. 5, 4, 3, 2. I would typically do this 5 to 7 times. And on the last one, what I like to do, I like to twist side to side, just like this 10 times, because I got really tight hip flexors and lower abs. And what it does, it really stretches out that hip flexor, that lower ab section, and all the muscles that usually get tight when you have a hip bend, right? That's one set. So now what I would do, I'm gonna go back in, I'm gonna hit the band stuff again, right? Down, up. I'm gonna squeeze it, 1 second, down, I'm back up. 2 seconds, down, I'm back up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Typically, I would do that anywhere 2 to 4 times. If I'm having a day where my back's really killing me and I'm like, oh God, please save my life now, probably gonna do it like 4 or 5 times so I can really get a couple good sets of activating the muscles that need to be activated and stretching out the muscles that need to be stretched out, right? If I'm getting ready to work out and I'm doing an exercise where I know my lower back's gonna flare up, at a minimum, I'm doing 2 sets, just to kind of get everything rebalanced the right way. And I always have a better workout with that exercise afterwards because now my hips are warmed up. Some of you guys, you're not gonna feel shit on this exercise. And that's great, that means you're not tight there. Some of you guys, this could be the greatest thing since Jesus Christ and sliced bread combined. And you're gonna love it because this is actually hitting the 2 spots you need work on. And if you guys like it, do me a favor, do me a favor, take the post, give it a quick share so other people can figure out how to use this stretch and this exercise combo also. But also, just give us a quick like and leave us a comment below. Let us know how it helped you out and what it did for you. And if you guys have any other questions, comments, concerns, points of interest, funny jokes, anything like that, do me a favor, click the link below or the one in our bio to find out more about some of the different programs we put together. We can show you tips, techniques, and methods like these that we use to help improve people's lives through exercise. See you in the next one.